They were told not to go near the trees. It happened in 1994 at Ariel School, just outside Ruwa, about 20 kilometers from Harare in Zimbabwe. We were outside on morning break, running across the dry field behind the classrooms, with bushland stretching out beyond the fence. The teachers had warned us not to go near the trees. But that day, something drew us closer. The air felt thick, almost alive, even though the sky was clear. The playground noise slowly faded until there was only silence. Something wasn't right. We saw it hovering low above the ground, a metallic object, dull and almost absorbing the light around it. It wasn't large, maybe the size of a small car, but completely alien. Then the figures appeared. 3 small beings, pale gray, spindly arms, long fingers, and enormous black eyes that seemed to pierce our minds. One of them glided forward. It didn't walk, just moved effortlessly. The world froze. I wanted to run, but I was frozen, not by fear, but physically disabled. Then everything disappeared. The field, the trees, the sky, they vanished entirely. I found myself lying on a smooth, cold metallic surface. Sarah and Daniel were beside me, eyes open but unseeing. Taller beings moved above us, bodies thin, skeletal, heads enormous, eyes solid black. They leaned over the children, touching them with 3-fingered hands that were cold and sharp. Images exploded into my mind. Strange rooms, tables, devices, and figures observing everything. Then darkness swallowed me. When I woke, we were back on the field. The wind returned, the voices returned, the playground noise returned. But Sarah and Daniel were gone. For 2 days they were missing, though they claimed only an hour had passed. When they returned, they walked calmly back near the trees, untouched, clean, like nothing had happened. But something had. Something alive had returned with them. Daniel started speaking in voices that weren't his own. Experts identified some of his strange language as ancient Sumerian. He uttered names and phrases he didn't know, in tones that chilled the air. He drew diagrams that weren't just shapes. They were detailed, almost technical layouts of rooms, tables, and elongated figures standing over children lying still. Exactly what I had seen inside the craft. Sarah stared too long at people, tilting her head, listening to things no one else could hear. Both children became strangely persuasive. Subtle threats and suggestions unnerved even adults. Sometimes their eyes briefly flickered black, like the alien's eyes. Then the men in black arrived. 2 men, black suits, white shirts, black ties, and black Ray-Ban sunglasses, showed up silently at the edge of the school grounds. They never introduced themselves or explained anything. They simply observed Sarah and Daniel, watching their movements, their eyes, their gestures. Adults who tried to approach were quietly warned off. The men moved with precision and calm, but their presence alone was terrifying. Rumors later said they were containment specialists, monitoring the alien influence, making sure it didn't spread. But it was too late. Sarah began sleepwalking at night, whispering alien or Sumerian phrases and pointing at empty walls. Objects in her room moved subtly. Books shifted, chairs tilted, doors opened by themselves. Daniel suffered violent fits, speaking in alien tones, revealing the craft's interior and the being's intentions. Both children displayed knowledge of events before they happened, small, disturbing predictions that always came true. Shadows sometimes seemed to move with them, unseen by others. Locals whispered of faint high-pitched sounds, fleeting cold spots, and the children's eyes flickering inhumanly at night. The MIB men were always nearby. They appeared after each incident, calm, unflinching, monitoring every detail. One witness claimed seeing one man open Daniel's bedroom door and peer directly into the child's eyes, as if checking for a presence invisible to anyone else. Sarah and Daniel never spoke of these men, but after each encounter, they seemed quieter, more withdrawn, more alien. Something had returned with them from the craft, and the MIB were trying to contain it. Years later, those of us who witnessed it still remember everything. The craft, the beings, the 2 days the children were gone, and what returned. Whatever had come back with Sarah and Daniel was alive inside them. It whispered, watched, and subtly influenced the world around them. Even today, the children are adults, outwardly normal, but every so often their eyes flicker black, their voices change, and objects move inexplicably. And the men in black? They are still there, always watching from the shadows, ensuring the alien presence doesn't escape, making sure the world never notices. Because whatever came back with Sarah and Daniel is still inside them. And the most terrifying question is not what happened in the trees that day. It's what it plans to do next.